What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to bring all three of the day one Futmas squad building challenges. We've got Alejandro Gomez, Futmas Torreira, and WILFIRED Zaha, and these guys are decently cheap, honestly, for their cards, especially like Zaha. That card looks absolutely unstoppable, and you're going to get them for about 75,000 coins. Futmas Torreira, super cheap, only going to cost you about 22,000 coins, and then Alejandro Gomez, going to cost you about 80,000 coins as the highest rated card in here. We're going to get started with WILFIRED Zaha, but before we do, guys, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel at the end of this video if it does end up helping you out. That's all I ask in return, guys. Let's hop into it. We're going to start with Zaha because I feel like that's the card that most people are probably watching this video for, so I don't want to keep you guys waiting till the end of the video. So here are the players you're going to need. We need 6 Prem players. We need a maximum of 4 players from the same nation. We need 1 Team of the Week player, an 84 rating, and the tough part really is that 90 chemistry. We do need to go with a lot of Prem players, but we don't want to go with all Prem players because it's not the cheapest league to go with, and it never really is. So we go with a couple players from Calcio A as well, Serie A. So that's our defense right there. We're going to go and start with Perrin. And then at left back, we're going to go with a lower rated there with Marcos Alonso. Silvestre is going to be our inform. And I'm going to ask you guys a question to comment down below for this video. Do you guys think it's a better method to go with higher rated cards in a squad, such as Ozil that you guys see in this squad, and then go with a low rated inform like Silvestre? Or is it better to go all throughout with 83s and 84s throughout the squad and maybe a couple 85s? Because I kind of go with that in the Gomez SBC, but I kind of went with a different strategy for the Zaha. So let me know what you guys think is the cheaper strategy more consistently, if that makes any sense. Rugani's going to play our center back. Then we're going to go with Szczesny at right back. Jorginho is going to play center mid. Then we're going to go with Ozil at center mid as well. Undawan at the right center mid. So we're getting into our Premier League players. We actually do go with 7 Premier League players, 1 more than we actually needed to. And we can't go with more than 4 players from the same nation, but it doesn't really end up being a problem. The only nation that we do go with 4 of is Italy, and that's because we've got this Jorginho here, but it's not like we even link him with the Italian players. We need that strong link with Chelsea over there at left back anyways. We're going to go with Martial at left wing, and I'm going to give you another option to going with Martial because Martial is an expensive 83 rated card, and you might be thinking, I've never seen anybody use a Martial in an SBC before. And yes, it's not a great card to go with an SBC for. We're mainly using him for chemistry. But another option you could go with, which is going to cost maybe about the same or slightly cheaper, only by a couple 100 coins, guys. And you know I try to bring you guys the cheapest solution, but again, this is going to be a little bit more work because what you're going to need to do is Juan Mata, you can play at left wing here. And you can see it gets 86 chemistry. If you swap him around with Bernardo Silva and play him at right wing, what you can do is go with right mid to right wing and then center attacking mid to center mid and get that 90 chemistry as well. Also, if you have players already in your squad, already in your club with loyalty, this will be the cheaper way to go about it. If you have 2 players on loyalty, that'll be the cheaper way. But obviously, I'm not going to make you guys do loyalty for the cheapest solution because honestly, time is money as well, guys. So if you're spending 15, 20 minutes doing the loyalty glitch, that could be spent making some coins anyway, probably more coins than you'd be saving, to be honest. So that's going to be the WILFIRED Zaha SBC. Hopefully that helped you out if that was the only card you were coming for. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next up, we're going to go with Futmas Torreira, guys. Futmas Torreira is the cheapest one. Very, very cheap, guys, so we can actually link him on a weak link to that Zaha card. You need 1 Arsenal, 1 Uruguay, only an 83 rating, 85 chemistry, and a maximum of 6 players from the same league. So it's not like we can go with a full team of Premier League players, but it's not too difficult at all. This is the easiest SBC out of the 3. And here are the players that you're going to end up needing, guys. We're going to start it off with the cheapest 83 in the game, which is Viviano. Then at left back, we're going to go with Grimaldo. I've said in previous SBC videos that I do not like going with left backs and right backs and SBCs. But if they're low enough rated, it's decent enough to go with just because of the chemistry. For this one, he gets that strong link with Jardel, and that's why I went with him. Normally, I do not go with 81 rated or anything above 81 rated for left backs. We used Marcos Alonso. We used Grimaldo. And Marcos Alonso, to be honest, I was still iffy on that one. 81 rated is normally fine. 83 rated and 84 rated, you always want to stay away from. There's no reason for you to go out and be using players like Sergio Roberto or Carvajal or players like that at fullback. Not only are they like usable cards in the game, and a lot of people use them, so they're already expensive, they're like the only cards for fullbacks at those, rating ranges, and so everybody uses them for the SBCs, and they're never worth using. Never ever worth using for the SBCs. Next up, we've got Coates and Mustafi. Again, I'm not using an actual fullback at this right back position, and we're really only using Mustafi here because he is an Arsenal player. He's not too high rated, but he's also non-rare, so he's going to be a decently cheap card for you guys to use. Right now, all Arsenal players are a little bit expensive because every single card for this SBC and in the other SBCs are going to be slightly inflated. So if you want to wait a few hours, I'd say that's your best bet. Not doing it in the first 2 hours, not doing it in the first 3 hours. But probably also not doing it in the final hour. So sometime in the morning is probably a good time for you guys to do these SBCs. Next up, we've got Fesa, and then we're going to go with Carrasco at left mid. At center attacking mid, we're going to go with Paulinho, and he's going to be our high-rated card. That allows us to go with a ton of 81s and 82s throughout the squad. Speaking of 82s, we've got a hyperlink there between Paulinho and Talisca. At right mid, we're going to go with Lucas. Lucas is there to get that weak link with Mustafi. Nothing special, but Lucas is on full chem. Then we're going to go with Jonas to finish off the squad, and we've got more chemistry than we need. Exactly the right rating, and that is the cheapest solution for Lucas Torreira. It's going to cost you like 22,000 coins, assuming the Mustafi isn't too expensive. If the Mustafi goes up in price, then it's going to cost you a little bit more than 22,000 coins. Because I am recording this video as the SBCs did come out. So anything can kind of fluctuate in price. And I imagine, honestly, the prices I'm giving you are kind of lowballing it because all these cards are subject to probably rise into the demand for the SBCs anyway. Next up, we've got Alejandro Gomez, and I went with a different strategy on this SBC, guys. We do need 2 Argentina players, 3 Serie A players. We need 2 Team of the Week cards, an 84 rating, and an 85 chemistry. So we need less chemistry than the Zaha, but we need more Team of the Week cards. We need 2 on this one. So to start it off, guys, I went with Adon. He's a pretty cheap 83 rated goalkeeper, and the reason I went with him is mostly for the center backs. Savic is one of the cheapest. He actually is the cheapest 83 rated defender, if that means anything to you guys. And then we'll go with Jimenez, who's not necessarily cheap, but he does get those strong links with Atletico Madrid players. Then we go with an 84 rated inform in El Shaarawy, who's going to cost you about 25,000 coins right now, guys. He's going for about 25k. No examples on the first 10 minutes, but as you get towards the 59th minute, there will be cheaper options for El Shaarawy. Then we're going to go with Alejandro Gomez, and we're going to play him at right back. Not only is he a decently cheap 84 rated in general, he's going to be a Serie A player, and he's going to be an Argentina player. You'll notice that we only use 2 Argentina players, as that's the minimum for us to use, but we do go with a ton of Serie A players, because if we just scatter 3 Serie A players throughout the squad, it's not going to get us our 85 chemistry. So let's go with the rest of the squad as Serie A. So we go with De Rossi, then we go with a low-rated Pastore, a nice little cheap card to add to the squad, and then our second inform isn't really that high-rated as El Shaarawy. It's going to be Gaston Ramirez here, who's a pretty cheap inform, honestly, guys. So that's a great option to go for. Then we're going to go with our high-rated cards, guys, because obviously for this entire squad, we've gone with 82s, 83s, and a few 84s. So we're going to go with 2 85-rated cards in the squad, and only 2. We don't got to go with any 86 rated. We don't got to go with any 87 rated, which I've seen people using. And then we're going to finish off with Mandzukic, who's another pretty cheap 84 rated in the game. And that's going to complete your Alejandro Gomez squad building challenge, guys. I do apologize for not uploading much recently. I am planning out a new series for the channel. Obviously, I'm going to continue these SBC videos throughout the course of Futmas. So this is your one-stop shop for all the SBCs in terms of Futmas. And then I think right when Futmas is over, we are going to be starting the Road to Glory. I haven't set a date yet, but we're going to be putting a hold to the Trading to Glory series. We're going to start a Road to Glory series, guys. The SBCs are obviously going to still be coming. I'm just organizing the channel up right now. I haven't really been in a great mental state to continue to put out content, especially on Twitch and in terms of live streams. with final stress. I broke my phone. It's not been a great couple weeks. So I'm back now. The semester's over, so you should see a couple more uploads, especially in terms of SBCs throughout Futmas. But the trading content isn't going to be for another week or two. So just putting a hold on that for right now. So I thought I'd give you guys an update. You guys did see, hopefully saw my post onto YouTube. You guys can actually see my post if you go over to the community tab of my channel. You can see my updates and stuff. I did give you guys an update, but I know not everybody sees that stuff, so I thought I'd put it at the end of this video. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.